You've been working out for months. You watch your diet. And yet, that fat on your belly, hips, or lower back remains exactly where it is. It seems like your body has decided to ignore the very area that bothers you the most. This is frustrating. And the worst part? You're probably thinking the problem is you. Lack of discipline, bad genetics, slow metabolism. But it's not. The problem is that no one has explained to you how your body actually decides where to get fat from. And without that information, you can put in twice the effort and still see zero results in the right areas. Today, you'll understand exactly why this happens. I'll show you 5 mechanisms that block the burning of localized fat, and how to unlock each one. The last one is the most ignored and, at the same time, the easiest to apply this week. Here's first, the illusion of localized reduction. Why abdominal exercises don't burn abdominal fat. The problem here is one of the biggest myths in fitness history. You do 100 sit-ups a day hoping your belly will disappear, but the muscle you train and the fat covering it are completely separate structures. Your body burns fat systemically. That is, from wherever it wants, not wherever you want. This is controlled by hormones like adrenaline and glucagon, which mobilize fatty acids throughout the body's circulatory system. The trained area gains muscle, but the surrounding fat depends on a global, not a local, energy balance. This doesn't mean that targeted training is useless. It builds muscle that will become visible when the fat is gone. But the order is, first define a real calorie deficit, then choose the right exercises. Start by adjusting your diet before you start doing abdominal exercises. Muscle doesn't eat away at the fat on the sides. It only becomes visible when you remove what's covering it. Second, territorial cortisol. How stress stores fat in the belly and flanks. Have you ever noticed that your belly grows during the most stressful periods of your life? It's no coincidence. Cortisol, a hormone released in situations of chronic stress, has highly concentrated receptors in the abdominal region and flanks. When cortisol rises and remains elevated for days or weeks, it signals the body to store fat precisely in these areas as an emergency reserve. Furthermore, elevated cortisol increases cravings for high-calorie foods and reduces insulin sensitivity, creating a cycle that pushes even more fat into the abdomen. Try this now. For 2 weeks, prioritize 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night and reduce high-intensity workouts to a maximum of 4 sessions per week. This already measurably lowers cortisol. 10 minutes of meditation upon waking has also shown up to a 20% reduction in stress markers in clinical studies. Chronic stress is not mental weakness, it's hormonal sabotage. Third, silent insulin resistance, the metabolic break you don't feel. Here's a problem most people have and don't know about. Insulin is the hormone that controls where energy goes in your body. When cells become resistant to it, something that happens gradually with diets high in sugar, refined carbohydrates, and poor sleep, the body stops using fat as fuel and starts accumulating more and more, especially in the abdomen and back. Insulin resistance doesn't hurt. You don't feel it happening. But it turns your body into a fat-storing machine in the worst areas. The most effective intervention is simple. Start each meal with protein and vegetables before any carbohydrates. Studies show that this sequence reduces the glucose spike by up to 37%. Add a 10-minute walk after main meals. This activates glucose transporters in the muscle without relying on insulin. Do this for 3 weeks and observe the difference in abdominal bloating. Now, before we move on to the next point, if everything you're learning here makes sense to you, I need to tell you about the White Protocol. The White Protocol is a comprehensive training program designed for people who want real results, not empty motivation. Within it, you'll learn personal development strategies based on behavioral psychology and applied neuroscience to maximize your results in all areas of life. You'll also discover, from beginner to advanced levels, how to build a real-life gladiator physique using simple and proven methods. But let's be clear, the protocol isn't for everyone. It's for those who are truly focused on evolving and want to build a meaningful life, not for those looking for an easy shortcut. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. The fourth, the trap of chronic low-calorie eating. When eating too little freezes fat, where you hate it most. This is counterintuitive, but it's documented. When you drastically cut calories for too long, the body interprets this as a threat of starvation. Its response is to reduce basal metabolism and protect the deeper fat deposits, precisely those in the abdominal and visceral regions, which are biologically considered emergency reserves. The process is called metabolic adaptation. Your body burns muscle first to adjust to the restriction, preserving the stubborn fat you most want to lose. The solution isn't to eat more of anything. It's to structure a week with 2 days of higher calorie intake, close to maintenance, interspersed with deficit days. This keeps the metabolism accelerated and prevents adaptation. Start with a reloading week for every 3 weeks of deficit. Eating too little for too long doesn't lead to weight loss. It stagnates you. Fifth, localized sleep deficit. The simplest mechanism that nobody takes seriously. This is the most ignored of all, and it's the easiest to solve. Sleeping less than 6 hours a night increases levels of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and reduces leptin, the satiety signal. The direct result is that you eat more the next day, especially fatty and sugary foods, without even realizing it. A University of Chicago study showed that sleep-deprived people lost 55% less fat in the same period compared to those who slept adequately, even with the same diet. But there's more. Deep sleep is the time when growth hormone is released in the greatest quantity. This hormone, among other functions, mobilizes visceral and abdominal fat for use as energy. Do this week. Set a fixed time to sleep and wake up, even on weekends. Darken your bedroom completely and avoid screens for 45 minutes before bed. 7 to 9 hours isn't a luxury, it's the cheapest fat-burning protocol there is. Poor sleep undoes everything that training builds. Which of these 5 points do you think is holding you back the most? Write it below. I read all the comments. And if you want to continue understanding how your body really works, the next video will show you exactly why your workout stopped working after a few weeks, and what to do to never plateau again. It's playing on the screen now.